Today, online videos have an audience reach of 92% worldwide, if not more. We go to social media platforms, spend minutes, even hours consuming video content from short form to long form as long as they're captivating. And in 2022, the research actually showed that audiences were spending on average 19 hours a week consuming and watching videos online. In a world where we are all glued to our screens, mostly, the importance of video content marketing is hard to question. In fact, brands and businesses cannot ignore, avoid, or shy away from it anymore. Video content marketing is a marketing strategy that adopts the principle of producing and shaping relevant and consistent video content with a targeted group to acquire interest and gather really good leads. We call them qualified leads. It actually became more steady towards 2005 with the launch of YouTube. And as the technology kind of developed to create more and better quality video content, production got easier and it became more popular for marketeers. It goes without saying that brands need a video content marketing strategy, yet this has changed and became even more important today as every platform is thriving to succeed with video content marketing. It's one of the most, if not the most, important and popular content formats out there in the digital space. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok are and have been always about video. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook are focusing nowadays on video more than ever. Even platforms that don't offer native video uploads emphasize the value of video marketing, like X, Pinterest, and even LinkedIn. Thanks to today's technology, video production is now more cost-effective and easier to accomplish than ever. You can shoot in high-res and even 4K video even with your smartphone, which is awesome, right? That alone is not actually enough. We acknowledge the importance of video content marketing and the importance of having it as part of the daily strategy of a business. Why? Because not only does your brand and business need to stand out and can stand out with the right content marketing strategy, but can also break through the clutter compared to competitors, and it will help you achieve great SEO results, boosting conversion and sales at the end of the day, because it really increases page quality on your site and the time that visitors actually spend on your website. It revolutionizes how brands connect with their audiences and convert prospects creatively. And it's actually great for educating and building trust with the audience that you as a business would try to actually target. It appeals to all the different mobile users out there who are a driving force for video consumption. But watch out. Although many people are out there consuming and watching a lot of video online, and in fact, because there are a lot of videos to actually be consumed out there and having people's attention decreasing day by day and by the second, it can be very challenging for brands to be actually attractive, captivating, and on point for them. So the question would be how to create a video marketing strategy that is successful. By now, I think you know first and foremost what's important, that is your target audience. It's important to choose who your target audience is, but not only that, but also to figure out and find out where they are spending most of their time online and what type of content they are actually consuming, what type of videos they are interested in, and what appeals to them in terms of messaging, in terms of approach that actually relates to them and is relevant to them. Next, you need to connect with your stakeholders internally and externally to align on your plan for the video production, for the content rollout. And what you can do is actually use surveys and collaborative forums and platforms to make sure that you're creating all the needed feedback and the input to be able to create a great output. Of course, timeline and budgets play a big role here, and this is key to be able to produce the right amount of videos, the right type of videos, and to actually roll out in the best possible way when it comes to your campaign, to your always on and whatnot. Now, what you need to do and to think of next is actually choosing the best platform to distribute your video content. You need to consider format, average watch time on the platform, the size and the sound recommendation when it comes to production. You need to check your community, the niche, the audience that is out there on that platform, the budget and the promotion that you need to invest for you to push content on that platform. And you need to remember that what you create on YouTube doesn't necessarily mean that this exact piece of content tweaked or resized would actually work on Facebook or even TikTok or Pinterest. Make sure that you're developing the right messaging, that you're hooking people from the very beginning, and you're using the right type of video for your personas whom you're trying to reach. Decide which metrics you want to track and learn how you can measure success once your campaign is done. Because that's one key important thing to see what's outperforming, what's top performing, what's not performing, and how can you enhance for your upcoming batch of videos and upcoming content rollout and plan. According to actually HubSpot research that was done, consumers and customers prefer lower quality, believe it or not. Authentic video over high quality video seems to be kind of more efficient and is more relevant to people, which has been really preached and pushed by TikTok, for instance, as one platform was leading the way with real authentic type of content. And now other platforms are also trying to adopt it in the short form video aspect. When you produce a series of videos, make sure that you're producing this batch of real authentic type of content in a way that makes sure you stand out from the competitors and connects with your audience. So drive brand authority, lure in your customers and the messaging, and make sure that what you're doing actually works on the platform. Because as soon as it does, the platform algorithm will actually pick up your content, the engagement level that you're getting with your audience and the people who are watching your video content, and will automatically start recommending it, playing it more and more, and pushing it for people who they would think it would be relevant for them to see such a piece of content. Now make sure that when these videos are actually created, you share them in the most adequate way possible across your diversified channels to give them the best opportunity to actually rank higher and to give you the chance to rank higher across search, across follower base, across engagement, viewership, and reach and impression. As you're about to create those videos as well, think of your audience, journey, and the objective you're trying to achieve. Remember, journey is no longer linear for an audience. It's no longer in the shape or the form of a funnel, but today it's mostly in the form of a flywheel, a loop. So when you attract, you engage, you convert, you delight, you're transforming people into your brand's ambassadors, promoters, and advocates who will continue to actually loop the messaging and the achievement for you with their word of mouth. So what you will be doing is actually, again, attracting, engaging, converting, and delighting again and again. Now, the biggest questions that come afterwards, why and how to create content that not necessarily is from scratch, but actually is repurposed, and how to do so in the best possible way, right? So let's start first with the why. Why is it so important to actually get into the habit of repurposing content? First, you can expand your reach and diversify the ways that you connect with your audience, with the people, while being active on different platforms. You can save time, although, yes, creating lots of different pieces for different channels actually takes time, but it takes less time than compared to creating something from scratch. And what you need to do is create effectively, because once you do that, you'll be focusing on the content that you already know is performing well and that your audience is actually interested in. Now, in terms of approaches to follow, first and foremost, tap into evergreen content, type of content that isn't time sensitive and can be relevant for the longest possible to be able to succeed, to test, learn, see how it's performing and how relevant it's becoming more and more for your audience. Update your old content before creating new content. Have a look at your old content, see if and how you can actually update it, make use of it by adding a tweak here and there, by twisting the messaging, the music, the sound, the editing approach, and see how it actually performs afterwards. Identify the top performing content and the top performing topics that you've been highlighting throughout the first period and throughout your journey to create more efficiently based on data and insights, and reshare your old content. Believe it or not, that actually works. Only if the content is still relevant and it was top performing for your brand. Lastly, sometimes you need to create less and promote more. Obviously, when you push your content with media, you'll be pushing not only your messaging, but also driving conversion. And the higher the frequency is, the better the result is, and the smarter the approach that you take when pushing your content with retargeting and remarketing and using different categories of audiences, you'll be able to achieve more and more results that could build you success, basically. Now, the ways to repurpose content, obviously, there are different formats and types of content that are out there that you're creating for your brand, whether it's a blog post or an infographic or a long-form video versus a short-form video, or even social posts, right? So, for instance, if we take like a blog post, how can you turn that into a video? Well, essentially, you would need to transcribe your video based on your blog post, do keyword research on the topic that you highlighted, format the transcription to make sure that it's in the right manner, and identify the places where you can actually fit in your keywords naturally in the script that you're trying to put for your video. Add headings, lists, and imagery. And what you can also do is leverage key AI tools that could help you. There's the Synthesia, which I highlighted in a previous episode, Steve.ai, and Video. Now, if you want to turn long-form video into short-form video, you can actually do that by remixing it the right way for every platform that you intend to post on. So what you need to do is consider transitions, focus on the sound experience that you want to drive, have quicker cuts, upbeat music, you name it. And you'll be able to tell based on the top trending and best practices on each platform. Look into the visual effects and add-ons that you can leverage and benefit from. And based on the platform, choose to mix with behind-the-scene type of content or cut down to mix content and so on. Now, 3 tools that could help you also achieve that is Video.ai, Repurpose.ai, and OpusClip. And if you're looking for something more driven towards TikTok or TikTok-specific content, I know deep down you're asking about it. So there you go. What you need to do is get access to TikTok Creative Exchange, and there you'll be basically matched and you'll find creative partners who will help you in acing TikTok native content, and those marketing partners will help you create better content for that platform. Now, if you want to turn a blog post, let's say, into social posts, what you can do is expand on a particular topic that you're choosing and make it the main focus for you. Focus on extracting the how-to, the top listicles, codes, infographics, the why, and examples as outcome to kind of build your content rollout on social. Key tools that could help you: Polywriter, Copy.ai, and Pictory. Now, if you want to turn your blog post into an infographic, what you need to do is summarize content visually while educating people. Key tools that can help you do that: Canva, Pictochart, and Be-Engage. Now remember, it's important to know that it's not a one-size-fits-all for this kind of approaches. What works for a brand might not work for another. What works for a piece of content might not work for another. So obviously, just like anything else, test, learn, and optimize for your next batch of content and for your next rollout and your next campaign. Think what you need to do in the long run. Make sure that you're adapting video content marketing strategy as part of your always-on strategy, and do it the right way. If you need to outsource people, you can. If you need to rely on AI, you can. And if you need to find the right mix and the right balance between both, this is what you should do. Stay tuned for more content, for more advice on social digital space, and I'll catch you in the next episode.